Hello, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into a really powerful way of looking at our emotions, something that's inspired by a pretty profound meditation. It's all about discovering what might just be the greatest gift we could ever receive, the ability to truly, genuinely feel. So let's kick things off with this incredible idea from our source material. What it's really saying is that faith, whatever that word means to you, isn't just some passive thing we have. No, it's an active, solid foundation. It's the very thing that gives us the guts to face whatever is coming our way. This really sets the stage for everything else we're about to explore.
Okay, so one of the very first gifts people often mention when they're on any kind of personal growth or recovery journey is the return of their emotions. For a lot of folks, it's literally like waking up after being numb for a very, very long time.
And let's be clear, this isn't just about feeling the good stuff again. We're talking about the whole spectrum, the renewed capacity to feel everything. Now, after you've suppressed things for a while, this can feel pretty intense, I'm not going to lie. But it's also a powerful sign of life, right? It's a signal that we're actually becoming whole again. But this return to feeling brings us right up against a dilemma that, well, every single one of us has to deal with. We almost immediately start sorting our emotions into two distinct piles. You've got the good ones, and then you've got the bad ones. And what's fascinating is just how automatic this sorting process is. We roll out the red carpet for love, joy, and happiness. We're like, yes, please, more of that. But anger, sadness, fear, our gut reaction is to just reject them, shove them away as fast as possible. We see them as problems that need to be fixed, not as experiences we're supposed to have.
And this right here leads to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? How on earth can we possibly be grateful for feelings that are uncomfortable, or painful, or just plain scary? It seems to go against every instinct we have.
So what do we do about this? Well, the text we're looking at offers a solution. It's a complete reframing of this entire emotional puzzle, a totally new lens to see these difficult feelings through. It breaks down into a kind of four-step mental process. So first up is believe. Just remember there's some kind of loving force or guiding principle in the universe. Second, trust. Have faith that this principle, this power, it doesn't make mistakes. Third, accept. Start to understand that if you're feeling something, there is a reason for it. And finally, the big one, learn. This is where everything shifts. You stop seeing feelings as punishments, and you start seeing them as lessons. And this quote just nails it. Let that sink in for a second. There are no bad feelings, only lessons to be learned. So what if fear wasn't just fear, but it was actually a lesson about what you cherish and what you need to protect? What if sadness was a lesson about what you've lost and what truly deeply matters to you? You see? This one perspective changes everything. Those old labels of good and bad, they just dissolve. Okay, so all of this is building towards helping us understand what that true gift really is. And I'll tell you right now, it's probably not what most of us would guess at first. So here's the big reveal. The greatest gift isn't a life without any pain. It's not a state of constant happiness. No. It's the full, messy, beautiful, complicated capacity to experience the entire range of human emotion. It's about having the ability to be present for your own life, no matter what it decides to throw at you. And this is the reassurance that makes facing all those feelings actually possible. It's a message of trust, and not just in some higher power, but in yourself too. It's this idea that you are already equipped, right here, right now, to handle whatever emotion shows up today. We don't have to live in fear of being completely overwhelmed. And look, this whole philosophy isn't about perfectly mastering your emotions for the rest of your life. It's about bringing it all down to something manageable, a daily practice. It's all about what you can do just for today. And this is the personal commitment we can make. And notice the language here. It doesn't say, I will perfectly handle my feelings. It says, I will try to accept them. It's all about the intention. It's just a quiet promise you make to yourself to meet whatever comes up with a bit of courage and curiosity, just for this one day. So, we'll leave you with this final thought to carry around with you. What would happen if you started treating every single feeling not as an obstacle you have to get over, but as a messenger? A messenger with something really important to tell you. Just think about it. What if every emotion, even the absolute hardest one, was actually a guide instead of an enemy?